Hello, my Capricorn. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to connect with you today because the energy coming through for you for the rest of this year is absolutely powerful. If you have been feeling like you have been pushing against invisible walls or working harder than ever, but not seeing the breakthrough you deserve, this reading is going to bring you so much clarity. The cards are showing me that you are not just about to experience change. You are about to experience a complete transformation in how you approach your goals, your relationships, and honestly, your entire life path. Before we dive into the cards, I just want to say that the energy I am picking up for Capricorn right now is so intense and so focused. You have been in a period of serious evaluation, and I know that has not been easy. You have been questioning things that you used to be so certain about. And that uncertainty can feel really uncomfortable for someone who values stability and structure as much as you do. But here is what the universe wants you to know. That discomfort is actually the birth pang of something incredible. You are not losing your way. You are finding a better one. All right. Let me shuffle the cards for you and see what specific messages are coming through for your journey ahead. I am asking the cards to show me what Capricorn needs to know about the rest of this year. What is coming, what you need to release, and how you can align with your highest path forward. Okay, the first card I am pulling for you is the Knight of Swords, and wow, this energy is fast. The Knight of Swords is all about swift action, cutting through confusion and moving forward with absolute clarity and determination. For you, Capricorn, this is telling me that whatever has been keeping you stuck or uncertain is about to get cut away. You know how sometimes you can overthink things because you want to make the perfect decision? The Knight of Swords is saying that the time for overthinking is done. You are about to receive information or have a realization that makes everything suddenly crystal clear. What I love about this card for you is that it represents mental clarity and decisive action, which are things you naturally excel at when you are aligned. But I think what has been happening is that you have been second-guessing yourself more than usual. Maybe you have been taking in too many opinions from other people, or maybe you have been comparing your progress to others and that has created doubt. The Knight of Swords is here to tell you that your clarity is coming back and it is coming back strong. You are going to know exactly what needs to happen next, and you are going to have the courage to act on it. Immediately. This card also speaks to communication. And I am seeing that some of you might receive news that propels you forward. This could be a job offer, an acceptance letter, a yes to something you have been waiting on, or even just a conversation that shifts your entire perspective. The key with the Knight of Swords is that it happens quickly, so do not be surprised if things start moving faster than you expected. You might have been preparing for a long wait or a slow build, but the universe is saying, no, we are accelerating this timeline. When opportunities come, and they will come soon, you need to be ready to move on them without hesitation. I also want to mention that the Knight of Swords can sometimes indicate a need to be careful with your words. In your pursuit of truth and clarity, make sure you are not being too blunt or harsh with others. You are going to have strong opinions and clear vision, but remember that not everyone processes information the way you do. Lead with your clarity, but temper it with compassion. This is especially important in professional settings where you might be challenging old systems or outdated ways of thinking. You are absolutely right to speak up. Just be strategic about how you do it. The second card coming through for you is the King of Pentacles in Capricorn. This is such a powerful affirmation of where you are headed. The King of Pentacles represents mastery in the material world, financial abundance, and the culmination of long-term effort. This card is telling me that all of that hard work you have been putting in, all of those sacrifices you have made, all of those times you chose discipline over instant gratification. It is about to pay off in a major way. What I'm really picking up with this card is that you are stepping into a new level of authority and respect in your field. The King of Pentacles is not someone who is still figuring things out. This is someone who has arrived. You have the knowledge, the experience, and the skills, and now you're going to be recognized for that. For some of you, this could mean a promotion or a significant increase in income. For others, it might mean that you are finally ready to launch that business or project you have been planning for years. Whatever it is, you are moving from the student phase into the master phase. This card is also about stability and security, which I know are incredibly important to you. The King of Pentacles is telling you that you are building something that lasts. This is not a flash-in-the-pan success or a temporary win. This is foundational. You are creating wealth, security, and abundance that will support you and possibly your family for years to come. I'm seeing some of you making really smart investments during this time, whether that is in property, in education, in your business, or in yourself. Trust your instincts when it comes to financial decisions because your practical earth sign nature is especially sharp right now. But here is what. I want you to really hear about the King of Pentacles. This card is not just about accumulating wealth for the sake of having money. It is about creating freedom and options. It is about being in a position where you can be generous, where you can support causes you care about, where you can make choices based on what feels right rather than what you can afford. You are building empire energy, but it is an empire that is rooted in your values and aligned with who you truly are. That is what makes this different from just chasing success. You are creating a life that actually fulfills you. The third card I am pulling is the Hierophant, and this is really interesting because this card is asking you to think about tradition, wisdom, and what you choose to teach or pass on. The Hierophant represents established systems, education, mentorship, and spiritual or moral guidance. For you, Capricorn, I am seeing that you are being called to either step into a teaching role or to seek out a mentor who can guide you to the next level. Some of you are going to find yourselves in positions where people are looking to you for advice and guidance. You might not have expected this or actively sought it out, but your experience and wisdom are valuable, and people are noticing. This could show up as formally mentoring someone at work, teaching a class or workshop, or even just being the person in your friend group that everyone comes to for practical advice. The Hierophant is encouraging you to embrace this role. You have so much to offer, and there is something deeply fulfilling about helping others navigate challenges you have already overcome. For others of you, the Hierophant is suggesting that you need to seek out wisdom from someone who has walked the path before you. This might be a formal mentor, a coach, a therapist, or even diving deep into studying with someone whose work you admire. You are at a point where you have taken yourself as far as you can on your own, and now you need guidance from someone who has been where you want to go. There is no shame in this. In fact, it is a sign of wisdom to know when you need support. The most successful people in the world have mentors and guides. Let yourself receive that support. The Hierophant also speaks to your relationship with tradition and established structures. You are someone who respects tradition and understands the value of proven systems. But you are also being asked to examine whether you are following certain rules or expectations just because that is how things have always been done. Are there beliefs you inherited from your family or your culture that are actually holding you back? Are there shoulds that you are operating under that are not actually aligned with who you are becoming? The Hierophant wants you to keep what serves you and gives you strength, but to have the courage to question and release what does not. You can honor where you came from while still choosing your own path forward. The fourth card is the Empress, and oh my goodness, this energy is so beautiful for you. The Empress is all about abundance, creativity, nurturing, and bringing things to life. For Capricorn, who can sometimes be so focused on work and achievement that you forget to enjoy the journey. The Empress is a reminder to soften, to receive, and to let things flow naturally. This card is telling me that you are entering a period of incredible fertility and growth. Whatever you are creating right now, whether that is a project, a relationship, a business, or even a new version of yourself, it is going to flourish. The Empress represents effortless manifestation, which might feel foreign to you because you are used to things requiring hard work and struggle. But what if it could be easier? What if you could achieve your goals while also feeling nourished and joyful? That is what the Empress is offering you. I am also seeing that this card is asking you to reconnect with pleasure and beauty. When was the last time you did something purely because it felt good, not because it was productive or because it moved you toward a goal? The Empress wants you to remember that you are not a machine. You are a human being who deserves to experience joy, comfort, and sensory pleasure. This might mean taking time to cook a delicious meal, spending time in nature, investing in making your space beautiful, or simply allowing yourself to rest without guilt. These things are not frivolous. They are essential to your well-being, and they actually make you more effective in all other areas of your life. For some of you, the Empress might also be hinting at relationships and connection. This could be romantic love that is nurturing and supportive, deepening friendships, or even the possibility of expanding your family if that is something you desire. The Empress energy is warm, open, and receptive. If you have been keeping your walls up or operating in a very independent, I do not need anyone mode, this card is gently suggesting that letting people in and allowing yourself to be supported might actually be the next level of your growth. You are strong enough to be soft. You are capable enough to ask for help. All right, the fifth card coming through is Seven of Swords, and I need to be really honest with you about this one because it is asking you to look at where you might be operating from a place of fear or scarcity. The Seven of Swords traditionally represents strategy, but it can also indicate sneakiness, cutting corners, or not being fully honest with yourself or others. For you, Capricorn, I do not think this is about you being deceptive to others. I think this is about areas where you might be deceiving yourself. Are there situations in your life where you are settling or compromising your values because you think it is the smart or strategic thing to do? Are you staying in something that is not right for you because you have already invested so much time or energy that leaving feels like failure? Are you pretending something is fine when deep down you know it is not aligned? The Seven of Swords is calling you out on this with love. It is time to be radically honest with yourself about what is working and what is not. This card can also indicate that someone around you might not have your best interests at heart, or that you need to be more discerning about who you trust with your plans and dreams. Not everyone deserves access to your vision, especially when you are in the building phase. Some people will doubt you, some will try to discourage you, and some might even try to take credit for your ideas. The Seven of Swords is not asking you to become paranoid, but it is asking you to be smart and strategic about what you share and with whom. I also want to say that this card can represent the need to think outside the box and use unconventional strategies to get where you want to go. You do not have to follow the traditional path if that path is not working for you. Sometimes the smartest move is the one that others might judge or not understand. Trust your own wisdom and be willing to take calculated risks that might look risky to outsiders, but that you know in your gut are the right move. The Seven of Swords is about being clever and resourceful, and you have both of those qualities in abundance. The final card I am pulling for you is the Lovers and Capricorn. This is such a powerful card to end on because it is all about alignment, choice, and union. The Lovers is not just about romantic relationships, although it can certainly indicate that. More importantly, it represents the alignment between your head and your heart, between your desires and your values, between who you are and how you are showing up in the world. This card is telling me that you are being called to make an important choice, and this choice is going to set the tone for everything that comes next. The Lovers appears when you are at a crossroads and you need to choose the path that is most aligned with your true self. This might be about choosing love over fear, choosing authenticity over approval, choosing growth over comfort, or choosing your own dreams over expectations that others have placed on you. Whatever the choice is, you already know in your heart what the right answer is. The Lovers is encouraging you to have the courage to choose it, even if it is the harder path in the short term. For those of you who are single or dating, the Lovers can indicate the arrival of a significant relationship. This would be someone who matches your values, someone who respects your ambition and drive, someone who feels like home. This is not going to be a casual connection. This is going to be deep and meaningful. If you are already in a relationship, the Lovers suggests that you are moving into a new phase of deeper commitment, better communication, and greater harmony. It is a beautiful energy of partnership where both people support each other's growth and celebrate each other's wins. But again, the Lovers is ultimately about your relationship with yourself and with your own path. It is about loving yourself enough to make choices that honor who you are. It is about recognizing that you deserve to have both success and happiness, achievement and love, stability and passion. You do not have to choose between these things. You can have a life that fulfills you on every level. That is what alignment looks like. So Capricorn, let me bring all of this together for you. The cards are showing me that the rest of this year is about breaking through the limitations that have been holding you back and stepping into a version of yourself that is more powerful, more aligned, and more fulfilled than ever before. The Knight of Swords is bringing you clarity and swift action. The King of Pentacles is confirming that your hard work is paying off and you are stepping into mastery and abundance. The Hierophant is asking you to either seek wisdom or share yours. The Empress is reminding you to soften and receive. The Seven of Swords is calling for radical honesty and strategic thinking. And the Lovers is guiding you to make choices from a place of alignment and love. You have been through a lot and you have learned so much. Now it is time to trust yourself and move forward with confidence. The universe is supporting you in massive ways right now. Stay open to opportunities, trust your instincts, and remember that you are building something that will last. Thank you so much for being here today. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear about it in the comments. What are you ready to release? What are you calling in for the rest of this year? Let me know. I will see you in the next reading.